It can be tedious to travel. To make it to your flight on time, you must plan beforehand. If there are any problems while traveling by bus, train, or airplane, you must endure them and wait until the trip is over. What if you were wealthy though? What if you were the company's CEO? What if you were a CEO who is among the richest people in the world? Well, because I daydream about it, I can imagine what it might be like. Additionally, after doing some research on the world's richest CEOs, I discovered that they don't actually catch a plane. Rather, the aircraft catches them. They may have to deal with some carbon dioxide emissions, but it is nothing that some charity, environmental lectures, and books can afford the cost of. Despite what some people may say, you, William Henry Gates III, are in my thoughts. Welcome to our channel once more. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell before we start so you never miss a video from us. Number 5. Warren Buffett. As a newspaper boy in his youth, this man commuted by bicycle. Like the Queen, being eternal has its benefits, and Warren Buffett took advantage of this feature to make some long-term risks that paid off. With a net worth of $98 billion, he is currently the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway and the 5th richest CEO in the world. The largest private jet operator in the world, NetJets, is a subsidiary of Berkshire Hathaway, the world's largest company. This company offers wealthy clients shared ownership in business aircraft to cut down unnecessary costs associated with owning a private jet while maintaining the effectiveness and comfort of flight. In essence, it's Uber or Airbnb, but for the wealthy Warren Buffett, recently converted to private jet travel after previously criticizing the practice frequently. He then went on to buy a Bombardier Challenger for himself and gave it the name The Indefensible to demonstrate his sincerity. Later, when he realized he required this mode of transportation, he changed the word to indispensable. The elegant cabin of the Challenger 600 has space for 9 to 19 people. The cabin is 28.3 feet long, 6.1 feet in height, and 8.2 feet in width. Additionally, there are 115 cubic feet of luggage capacity on the aircraft. The Challenger has extremely low noise and vibration levels, which is incredibly cool. Mr. Buffett claims that he only travels approximately 3,000 miles a year by car, since he spends the most of his time in the air. For comparison, the typical older American male drives more than 10,000 miles annually, or 3 times that amount. It is therefore not surprising that he travels in his 2014 Cadillac XTS, which only costs about $20,000 nowadays. Number 4. Mark Zuckerberg. We moved on from the teachings of the wise men to Mark Zuckerberg, our youngest and richest CEO. He is well known to you all as the creator and CEO of Facebook. He portrays Jesse Eisenberg in real life and is one of the most powerful figures in contemporary media. He is the originator of all social media influencers, and Time named him one of the top 100 most influential people of the year in 2019. Considering his current net worth of $110 billion and the fact that he almost always wears the same gray t-shirt, you may assume that he doesn't spend much. Think again, because Brunello Cucinelli custom-made those t-shirts, which cost around $400 each. The same is true of his travel style, which is simple on the outside but filthy underneath. Like the majority of our wealthiest CEOs, Mr. Zuckerberg does not possess a private aircraft. Instead, Facebook pays for his charter flights as well as other things like his security. Facebook spent over $25 million on charter services for Zuckerberg in 2020, the year we were all meant to stay in our homes. On the road, Zuckerberg drives compact vehicles like the Honda Fit and Volkswagen GTI. The combined cost of the two vehicles would be roughly $65,000. But if you think that's it, you haven't been listening to me, because he also owns a Pagani Huayra, which is worth $3 million, 50 times more than the combined value of the other vehicles. Zuckerberg appears plain and filthy on the receipt. Number 3. Bernard Arnold. After surpassing Amancio Ortega of Zara in 2018, Bernard Arnold is now the wealthiest person in France, Europe, and the fashion industry. He really held the title of richest man in the world twice after surpassing you-know-who in 2019 and 2020. He serves as the chief executive officer of LVMH, a global company that sells luxury items such as clothing, beverages, watches, spirits, fragrances, and cosmetics. Under the umbrella of fashion, there are luxury products such as champagne, watches, cocktails, fragrances, and cosmetics. One of only 4 cent billionaires in the world, Mr. Arnold is worth $123 billion. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that he spent $54 million on a Dassault Falcon 7X business jet. Bernard is all about the extravagant lifestyle and this French-made aircraft. With 3 distinct seating areas and a height of 6.3 feet, the cabin is spacious enough to hold up to 19 passengers. The Dassault Falcon 7X features 3 engines, is the first commercial aircraft utilizing fly-by-wire technology, and has a range of 6,000 nautical miles, which allows Bernard Arnold to travel non-stop from the LVMH headquarters in Paris to Tokyo. In addition, Mr. Arnold owns the 333-meter yacht Symphony, which can accommodate 16 passengers and 36 crew members. It contains a 6-foot pool, a jacuzzi, and a movie theater. A $150 million super yacht with annual operating expenses of $10 to $15 million. Number 2. Elon Musk. When he defeated Jeff Bezos to become the world's richest person on January 7, this guy kicked off 2021 in style. With a net worth of $160 billion, he is currently the second richest individual and the second richest CEO on our list. He is the founder and CEO of the Boring Company, SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink. It's difficult to determine if Elon Musk's intelligence and quirky impulses go to his head since he's such a grounded individual. Except for naming his child after a password that Google suggested, he basically has everything under control. He recently relocated to Texas from California in order to concentrate on the SpaceX Starship project and other responsibilities. But since both Tesla and SpaceX have their headquarters in California, Mr. Musk still needs to travel there and to other locations. He does this in style with 2 private jets, the Gulfstream G550 and the Gulfstream G650ER. The Gulfstream G650ER was given the Collier Trophy for advancing business aviation and is bigger, quicker, and more capable. Although the cabins of both business jets can accommodate up to 18 passengers each, Elon Musk had his planes altered in a variety of ways to suit his preferences and comfort. There are 4 distinct spaces for eating, working, and lounging, as well as 4 handcrafted chairs and Wi-Fi. The G650ER is extremely expensive at $17 million, while the G550 would cost about $61 million in today's terms. That's a substantial sum of money, but when Elon is actually driving, he usually opts for the more luxurious Tesla Model S, which can cost up to $140,000, or the all-wheel drive Tesla Model X, which can cost up to $110,000. Even if they are his cars, that is a substantial sum of money. Number 1. Jeff Bezos. The former CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, is the one you've been waiting for to become the richest CEO in the world. He stood aside from his position as CEO of the business in the second half of 2021, according to the corporation, and Andy Jassy took over. Bezos was the first person to be a billionaire and the first person to achieve a net worth over $200 billion. He currently has an estimated $181 billion in assets. Briefly, the greatest recovery from a divorce will be accomplished with the richest guy in the modern history in December 2020. That's fantastic. But eventually his Warner brother will see that he's also the ideal choice for Lex Luthor and kick Jesse Eisenberg off of social media. Bezos flies in style, a Gulfstream G650ER to be exact, But unlike Elon Musk, who owns two G650s that cost around $150 million each, it's not surprising that billionaires like Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, and Jeff Bezos prefers to use the G650 as their preferred business aircraft. The aircraft, which features 4 distinct room spaces, spacious comfortable seats, walk-around space, and large windows that bring in natural light and make the cabin appear bigger, holds the number of speed records of an aviation award for its class. Jeff Bezos will be driving his Ferrari Pininfarina Serio when he decides to join us mere mortals on the ground. He can be seen in his Ferrari Pininfarina Serio, Lamborghini Veneno, Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, W Motors Lykan Hypersport, and Bugatti Baron Mansory. The overall cost of this fleet of vehicles is $20 million. All of them are quick and the most of them are uncommon. But if you're the richest CEO in the world, that doesn't matter. There you have it then, the way in which the world's wealthiest CEOs travel. Which one will you be fantasizing about? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you again soon. If you like this video, please click the like button and visit our channel for more interesting videos.